What's up, guys? It's Craig. I'm a recovering drug addict. I'm trying to keep it short today. I'm going to talk about something that was said to me in early recovery, and it really helped me out. One of my close friends told me about this saying, and I'm sure that you've heard it before. It's really simple, but it's really true. Saying is, if you want what you've never had, then you have to be willing to do something that you've never done, right? And I think that goes hand in hand with stepping outside of your comfort zone. Obviously, right? You're doing something that you've never done. So, I've done a lot of things to step outside myself and get uncomfortable, and that's where all my growth has happened. When I got on a plane to come to California, when I got into treatment, when I went into the sober living that I did, I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals. I have social anxiety and I fucking hate people. I used to. But I stepped outside myself and I got uncomfortable. And I started taking suggestions from other people, and it started helping me. I started being able to get out there and not be afraid of talking to people, and in doing so, I've got to talk to a lot of people and gain some new perspective in different areas. I started writing music again, and like for a long time, while I was getting my shit together in early recovery and stuff, I was really lazy, and that was another thing. Eventually I realized that my life was unmanageable as far as my laziness goes, right? So I had to get uncomfortable and get off the fucking couch and turn off the damn TV and go and do something else with myself. Open my step work up, journal, write. Just recently, I just started writing music again, and it's been years since I've done that. The first thing I wrote turned out awesome. So that's just one of the small examples of stepping outside yourself and getting uncomfortable. If you get uncomfortable, you're gonna find some beautiful growth. No matter what it is, even if you get uncomfortable and something negative happens, as long as you take something away from that experience, then you're still gaining something. But the only way to take advantage of opportunities in life is to get uncomfortable and get outside yourself. Like my job, that's another good example of me getting uncomfortable and there being great success in that uncomfortability. I never thought I'd be in IT, and a good friend of mine, when I got off work one day from a job that I hated, was manufacturing, wasn't making a lot of money, but I was making enough to be able to support myself, pay my rent, and be able to just go home and sit in front of the fucking TV or play PlayStation, right? And that sucks. Let's be realistic. It's better than going out and getting high and living in the streets and being homeless, but it's still, not reaching my potential. So my friend offered me an opportunity, right? One of his friends owns a company, and he was looking to hire somebody who was interested in IT, right? And I never thought I'd be in IT in the first place. I'd never seen that as a career path for me. I never really had a lot of interest in it, but I took the opportunity, and turns out I like it, and I'm starting to get good at it. Starting to, like I said, emphasis on starting, but the whole process was really uncomfortable. So I got off work one Monday. My buddy called me. Hey man, I have an opportunity. Are you interested in IT? I'm like, sure. Why not? So then he let me. He gave me the phone number of the owner of the company, and I got on the phone and like, okay, here's the catch, is that I live in San Diego, so he's like, you need to be in LA in the morning for training for the next 2 weeks. So there's a lot of things I had to do because I was assistant manager for Sober Living at the time. So there was a lot of anxiety of like, oh my God, am I going to be able to take this opportunity? And that's another thing, that if you really want something, you really want to go for it, then you can make it work. You can make it work, because I had to. I had Sober Living, and then I had another job that was where the big leap of faith came in, because I was going to leave and basically be there the next day to start my 2 weeks of training in LA, and that means that I couldn't go to work the next day for my old job, right? So I was banking on everything, for this to work out. But of course I did my research first, so I didn't just take some random opportunity and end up tanking because I didn't do my research, right? So I went through my research. I talked to my sponsor and my support group, and my sponsor was telling me he knows the guy too, and that it's a great opportunity, right? So I did my research, did my due diligence, and I was on the road to LA that night, which was extremely uncomfortable. I didn't know. I mean, at that time I was still, do I really want to do IT? Is this really a path that I want to take? And I'm really glad that I did, right? But it was extremely uncomfortable. I didn't know if it was what I wanted to do. I'm in a different place that I'm driving to, and I arrive that night in LA that I've only been to like once or twice since I moved to California, and that was uncomfortable in itself. But because I did these things, I met great people, and I worked for a great company, for a great boss, and that was all from stepping outside of myself and getting uncomfortable and taking the opportunities life is thrown at me. I'm not saying take every single opportunity, take every single thing that's thrown at you as a good opportunity. Do your research. Don't be dumb. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Talk to the right people, and do your best not to jump into it. I know that like some situations, like the work situation I just talked about, that was I was fortunate to be able to have my resources and be able to make everything work like that real quick. And I know things don't always work out like that, but if you do have the time, do your due diligence. It's important. It's really important. And I had the time. Fortunately, I was able to do it quick. Anyway, the main point is to step outside yourself. If you step outside yourself and you get uncomfortable, you're gonna grow. And when you grow, you're willing to do it again. And the more you do it, the more you get uncomfortable, the more you're going to grow, and the more things you're going to achieve, the more success you're going to have, the more freedom you're going to find in your life, and the more peace and serenity you're going to gain in the end, because you're finally actually doing something with your potential, right? And all this comes from getting uncomfortable. Do something that you've never done. Instead of sitting in your suffering and wondering why nothing ever comes to me, or how come I'm the one sitting in the back who's not getting any recognition, nothing in my life is happening the way I wanted to, boo-hoo, woe is me, get up, do something, start it with yourself personally, start working out, start eating healthier, come up with a daily plan to get your ass out of fucking bed now from in front of the TV, and go and do something with your life. If you have a minor interest in something that you never really thought could be your thing, or you never thought you could make into a career, do some research. Go for it, because you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do in life, but the goal, the idea is to actually do these things, but to do that, you have to step outside yourself. If you're constantly sitting in front of the TV, if you're constantly looking for forms of entertainment to keep you busy, then you're not going to achieve your full potential. You got to get uncomfortable. You have to get uncomfortable, and you have to do things that you haven't done before. There's so much benefit you can get from it. I'm going to leave you with that for the day. Thank you for anybody who's listening or watching. I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good day, alright?